very self-made progress last time that I checked. First you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Nah, playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. Nah, I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you. Own the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the Monopoly board. Hey, y'all boss claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a nobody tripping, handle business, got my
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. Tonight, it's the Denver Nuggets taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers control the tap. Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Jay, 46 wins, not good enough for Denver.
They could have been a playoff team if Paul Millsap didn't miss a huge chunk of the season. But I will say this about the Nuggets. They have the most underrated backcourt in the NBA when you think about Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. Both guards that can do it off the dribble and are both great leaders.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Oh, Bridges up to block the shot.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Jokic. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Old school equals high percentage.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Knocked loose. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. To Jokic. Has a look. The shot by Murray, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Curling inside. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out to Millsap. Off the mark.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Harris. They go down low to Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
Here comes the screen. Jokic. There's the toss. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Miles Bridges to Jokic. Oh, Nikola Jokic. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper misses. Murray into the front court. 8-2 our score. To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Nothing going here on that drive. Richardson to Tobias Harris. Here comes the screen. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Murray into the front court. 10-4 is the score. To Jokic. Gets a look, can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Embiid to Simmons. Driving right to the basket. Stuffs it down with authority.
An easy two, get back on defense.
Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this, he will be one of the future centers in the game.
Shot for Jokic, no good. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Millsap there to get the rebound. Shot from the lane won't go. Sixers control it. That's no good. Another follow, no good. To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic. Oh, he had him there for a second. Sixers have it. Richardson to Allen. They go down low to Simmons. Paul Millsap sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Fires the three. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul Millsap, 2 for 3 now here in the first. Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Brunson to Embiid. Richardson to Embiid. 4-3. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Jokic, now a pass stolen by the Sixers. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Embiid to Richardson from long range. Won't go down. Murray with it. 12-6 our score. Knocked loose. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Philadelphia. Substitutions, Denver.
Sixers have the basketball. Brunson. And the finish. Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prom City.
Embiid to Brunson. To Embiid. Rebound taken down by Denver. To Will Barton. The pass set it all up.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Defensive foul to number 4, Paul.
No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. First try at the line, no good. He missed a pair of free throws. They'll work it down to Millsap. Paul Millsap, 3 for 4. Good start.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Barton into the front court. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. To Millsap. Has a chance. Millsap shot, no good. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nuggets. Barton. Whoa, what a finish.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play, and the lead down to 11. Trying to cash in. Shot by Millsap won't go. Desperation shot here from half court. That's it for the first quarter. And the Nuggets feeling good right now. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Remember, fans, if our team reaches 100 points and wins,
Nuggets have the possession.
beats up.
Joel Embiid pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. to win the MVP, but perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Nope, first one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Murray with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. Martin. It's a big finish. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
To Embiid. And finishes strong.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Simmons with it. Down a dozen. Embiid to Simmons. Embiid to Horford. Flushes it home.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Joel Embiid with a piece. Simmons into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Throws it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Simmons to Horford. Can't connect from inside. Murray into the front court. His team on top by 8. Oh, and a putback.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungry.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Looking to make something happen. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Mike Scott. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Denver ball right now. He gets it.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Down 12. Ben Simmons. 3 for 6 now.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Murray into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. To Miles Bridges. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Brunson to Simmons. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Philadelphia with the basketball. Brunson to Richardson. Joel Embiid, 4 out of 10.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Brunson to Allen. Cleans it up. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Martin into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Here comes the screen. Jokic. And stuffs it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Brunson to Allen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Can't miss those. To Miles Bridges. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for Philadelphia.
Millsap. Joel Embiid with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Grayson Allen to Tobias Harris. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Miles Bridges. Millsap to Jokic. Won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's Denver's ball. Barton. Down low Jokic. Cleared out by Embiid. Grayson Allen to Embiid. And a putback slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Down low for Harris. Millsap. No good. Grayson Allen to Richardson. Lets it fly from long range. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Nuggets have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Has a look. Barton's shot, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Sixers control it.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Richardson to Embiid. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Embiid to Allen. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Turns and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Richardson to Embiid. Nikola Jokic snatching it out of the air. Beyond the arc for three. Rebound reeled in by the Nuggets. Murray with it. The lead stands at 9. A big finish at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Embiid, good for 2. First half comes to an end. The Nuggets with the lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Nuggets are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Denver Nuggets. The 76ers are in need of some changes at the half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Philadelphia 76ers were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Nuggets with the basketball. To Millsap. Miles Bridges. Sizing up the defense. Here comes the screen.
Screen right.
Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray. Message received. Well defended. To Simmons.
Screen come.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Denver's got it. Joel Embiid sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. Rebound taken in by the Nuggets. Jokic. They get it down to Mirotic. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
To Jokic.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Nikola Jokic. Now 4 for 9.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Simmons with it. His guys down 11. And the finish at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Murray with the basketball. He'll run the offense. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Simmons with it. Down 11. Backcourt.
Denver.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Ben Simmons. He's got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first.
I like that.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Nuggets have the possession. To Jokic. To Miles Bridges. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Nothing going here on that drive. Not done yet. Oh, follows and finishes.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Hey, double screen.
It goes down.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Embiid. surveys the floor. Richardson to Tobias Harris. Gets a look. Can't hit. Jokic to Miles Bridges. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Nikola Jokic. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. Simmons to Richardson. Shot clock winding down. Simmons knocks it down from mid-range.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Can't connect from in close.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Jokic. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Nikola Jokic. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. And the denial.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Count the basket at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Martin into the front court. His guys leading by 14. They call a 3-second violation. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Martin into the front court. They lead it by 14. Deep two there, won't go.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
To Brunson. Screen coming. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Martin into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. Here comes the screen. Jokic. And look out.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Will Barton. Mike Scott swats it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Jokic to Will Barton. Shot clock violation. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Brunson to Horford. Short jumper stays out. Murray into the front court. His team on top by 13. To Will Barton. They go to Jokic. Down low. Horford with the rebound. Brunson. Nikola Jokic. Huge block. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Barton, down low Jokic. Scores from the post.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Jokic. Second effort. Long heave from three-quarters court. Third quarter comes to an end. The Nuggets enjoying a nice cushion. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Simmons into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Stuffs it down with authority.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. If that's a Euro step, a side step, however they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Whew.
Martin. Sixers control it. Simmons. And a putback slam.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16. Points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Into the front court comes Simmons. His guys down 11.
Watch the pick. You see it.
Short jumper off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
No, I missed a short one there. Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys down by 9. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Murray into the front court. His team up by 7.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Kyle O'Quinn rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. Oh, emphatic slam.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected. There, considering the score.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Defense making the ball handler work. Miles Bridges. Horford. Sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Kyle O'Quinn pins it. The shot clock expires. New blood coming in for both sides.
The 76ers, number 33, Tobias Harris. Stepping in for Denver, number 4, Paul Millsap.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Simmons to Richardson. Has a chance. Josh Richardson not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
To Miles Bridges. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
Old school equals high percentage.
Simmons to Horford. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Ben Simmons, couple of free throws on the way, shooting 75% so far tonight. And he connects on the first free throw.
For the 76ers, number 21,
And he makes them both. Murray with it. Leads 3. Sixers have the basketball. Throws it down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Jokic to Millsap. Jokic. Now a steal by Philly.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Can't connect from in close. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Simmons with it. His guys down 3. To Allen. Off the assist.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Nuggets have the possession. To Millsap. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Simmons to Allen. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Jokic. They get it down to Millsap. Goes reverse to lay it in.
He's so good down low. This 4-time All-Star really does a good job of utilizing that body to muscle through contact and finish with the best of it.
Simmons. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Murray with the basketball. Leads 1 to Millsap. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. He's been steady, 83% at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Denver ball right now.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
To Jokic. Miles Bridges. Probing the defense. Runner here. Won't go. Grayson Allen. To Simmons. Fires the three. That out of his range and no good. Murray into the front court. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. Here comes the screen. Jokic. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Stuffs it down with authority.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
It's Denver's ball to Jokic. Millsap. From the painted area, won't go down. Grayson Allen to Embiid. And the reward, he's going to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Joel Embiid. He's got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. First try, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Murray into the front court. They're down 3. To Jokic. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul Millsap. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Harris to Allen. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Contested shot. Miles Bridges off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And the rebound belongs to Denver. Murray with it. Down 3. To Miles Bridges. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Miles Bridges to Millsap. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Now the intentional foul as they get it with a little under 20 seconds left to play.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half-step on that.
Oops, he missed the first one. knocks down the second after missing the first. Now whistle. Timeout for Denver. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious as they win a close one by 2. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.
The 76. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jay.